Timeless watches are built to last. They're crafted with precision and attention to detail. To make these timepieces stand as testaments of the labor of love, you need to watch brands that don't worry about the high price tag that comes with horology. In today's video, we're going to show you some of the most expensive watch brands around the globe. Number 1. A Lange Söhne. Starting our list with none other than A Lange Söhne. With its legacy dating back to 1845, this German brand is one of the most expensive brands that sells the cream of the crop timepieces, using only the finest resources. Each watch is carefully handcrafted in Germany. These watches are packed with all sorts of fancy features. The timepieces are famously known for the outsized date and perpetual calendar, the minute repeater, and the Rattrapante chronograph. And oh, are they a sight to behold! Here are some of the most expensive luxury watches of A Lange Söhne. Zeitwerk minute repeater, featuring a striking mechanism that makes the watch chime the hours, 10 minutes, and minutes. This platinum body, which costs around a whopping $495,000. Another one is the 1815 homage to Walter Lange. This watch paid homage to the person who turned A Lange Söhne into a remarkable legacy. This limited edition watch, 90 in pink gold, 27 in yellow gold, and 145 in white gold, was sold in an auction for an unbelievable amount of $852,000. Number 2. Patek Philippe. Starting back in 1839, this Swiss brand is sought after by watch enthusiasts all over the globe. Patek Philippe is known for making limited edition pieces that are super unique and have mind-boggling features. We're talking perpetual calendars, chronographs, world time, and even moon phases. Some of these watches even have multiple patents and up to 20 complications. One of their most expensive watches is the Grandmaster Chime 6300A010. It was sold for a jaw-dropping $31.19 million at an auction in Geneva, and guess what? It's the world's most complicated wristwatch that Patek Philippe has ever made. It's got 20 crazy cool features and even 2 reversible dials, including one mechanism that allows you to easily swivel and lock the engraved double-faced case, so you can choose which of the 2 dials you wish to show off. Another feature is a patented alarm that chimes the alarm time like a minute repeater, and a patented date repeater that chimes the date on demand. An iconic Patek Philippe watch is the Nautilus. It launched onto the scene in 1976 as a fancy sports watch with a unique octagonal bezel and a bracelet. It's a real crowd pleaser, especially among collectors. People go crazy for those limited edition models, especially ones with rare dial colors or fancy materials. For example, an olive green dial Nautilus 5711 was sold for almost $500,000 or $471,000 at an auction in Monaco. That's like 11 times its original price. But Patek Philippe isn't all about flashy and sporty watches. They've got some classy watches too, like the timeless Golden Ellipse and the Gondola. Number 3. Richard Mille. Another Swiss brand, Richard Mille, is all about luxury, and they don't mess around when it comes to money. Richard Mille, the man himself, started his brand back in 2001, and it's been making waves ever since. His watches are often described as a racing machine on the wrist, as they combine high performance, durability, and similar aesthetics. They've got some seriously cool models that will make your head spin. First up, we've got the RM011 Philippe Massa. With its flyback chronograph and variable geometry rotor, this model, named after an F1 driver, has many variations. Its RM1103 carbon NTPT costs around $395,000, and the RM11FM white ceramic Saint-Tropez comes in at a cool $560,000. But wait, there's more. Ever heard of tennis superstar Rafael Nadal? Well, he rocks the RM035, a manual winding, skeletonized chronograph. It's got a diamond case that puts it up there as one of the most expensive watches ever made. We're talking a whopping $500,000. Let's move on to the RM027. It's an ultralight tourbillon watch. This thing weighs only 18.83 grams. It's made of carbon composite and titanium, making it as light as a feather. It's a limited edition with only 50 of them in the world. If you plan on getting your hands on one, then be prepared to shell out over $1 million. Richard Mille mostly focuses on sports partnerships, promoting them in sporting events by having athletes wear their watches during the game. Number 4. Rolex. Next up is a brand that needs no introduction. Rolex is an absolute legend in the world of watches. Established in 1905 by Hans Wilsdorf and Alfred Davis, Rolex has got a track record of pure excellence. Here's a fun fact. Back in 1910, they were the first to create a wristwatch that got certified for Swiss chronometric precision. The creators didn't stop there. They also came up with the watertight watch case, the self-winding mechanism, and the date display on the dial. Rolex watches are not just eye candy. They're also built with the best materials and top-notch craftsmanship. Celebrities, athletes, and even explorers rock these bad boys on their wrists. Some of the most iconic Rolex watches include the Air King, a nod to those aviation pioneers. Then there's Rolex Timeless and most beloved Datejust. It's the classic timepiece that never goes out of style. For jet setters, Rolex has the GMT Master 2 that lets the user keep track of 2 time zones at once. Its 2023 model is around $40,000. If we talk about the essence of Rolex style, then we think the Oyster Perpetual will be the winner. And if we were to choose the most iconic Rolex watch, it would be the Submariner. Both models cost around $7,000 to $15,000, which is comparatively less than other Rolex watches, but it's still a big, hefty amount. Number 5. Audemars Piguet. Audemars Piguet is another Swiss brand with a history of creating horological masterpieces since 1875. Audemars Piguet produces some of the most expensive watches in the world, with prices ranging from $17,000 to $869,000. That's almost close to a whopping $1 million. One of their infamous watches is Royal Oak Openworked Grand Complication. This timepiece has a perpetual calendar that keeps track of all those days, months, and leap years. It also has a split-second chronograph for precise timing. The 18-karat white gold watch with a see-through case back shows off the real-time intricate movement inside. Now, shall we talk about its price tag? The titanium bracelet watch is a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. Number 6. Jaeger-LeCoultre. Jaeger-LeCoultre is a brand that knows how to keep things fresh and fancy, with more than 430 patents already to their name. They keep adding new ones every single year. So you can imagine the level of out-of-box creativity in their watchmaking. It all started way back in 1833 when their founder, Anton LeCoultre, decided to take the horology world by storm. What's really cool about Jaeger-LeCoultre is that they make all their timepieces by hand in their very own workshops. It was the first brand to introduce a collection of wristwatches with automatic alarms called the Memovox. Let's not forget about the reverse. This collection is like the superstar of Jaeger-LeCoultre. The Reverso watches have cases that can be reversed. You can flip it over to protect the crystalline dial from any accidental scratches. The Reverso was originally designed for polo players. Jaeger-LeCoultre has been crafting some seriously stunning timepieces since way back in 1833. Let's end our video with a watch that is priced around a mind-boggling $2.5 million. We're talking about the Hybris Mechanica Grande Sonnerie. This watch has 1,406 mechanical parts that all work in harmony to create a timepiece worth a couple of $1 million. Just for context, you can get a mansion for the same price. That's all for today. Comment down below your thoughts about your favorite watch brand and what you would like to see from us next. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.